Yo, I think we are live, right? We are live. What's going on, everybody? How you doing? You know who this is, the chosen one, Gabriel Skywalker from the DFS Club. Coming to you guys with the UFC 270 video. Francis versus Cyril Gane, guys. It's going to be a banger of a card. Again, if you're new, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, leave me a comment down below. Let me know how y'all are doing. I have a very special guest for this video, for this prediction, for this breakdown. I brought in the expert, man. So just y'all wait and see who it is. Right before we get into it, guys, you guys want to join the DFS Club where you get our lineups, ownership, projections, the members only podcast 1 hour before lock, dfsclub.com, guys. DFS Space, my brother from another mother, myself, Skywalker DFS, man. We have the best members only podcast, man. We have fun, but we also we knock it out like today. 1 hour before lock, that's when all the news comes in fast and furious. We give you every single sport, guys. We got PGA, we got tennis is popping right now. We got, of course, UFC. We got NFL this weekend, NHL, NBA. Let's go, man. All you got to do is click join now. Click on my logo, Skywalker DFS. And then pick your plans, guys. It's that simple. Cheapest in the industry. Bronze, silver, and gold plans. And we got our 3-day passes for $7.99. We cover prize picks. Our members only podcast. We do sports wagering. DraftKings, FanDuel, 24/7 tips and advice by the whole DFS Club, guys. It's dfsclub.com. Don't you dare be sour. Come check us out, guys. All right, so y'all ready for this? Like I said, let me bring up the card here, and let's bring in our very, very special guest from the DFS Whisperers, the one, the only, Yo Easy. Tell them where you're from.
What's good? What's good? We back at it again for another UFC card. Really looking forward to it, though. Even though we had a couple fights fall off, we might have to play some fighters we didn't want to play. But, hey, man, I'm excited to get into it. I see you got your UFC gear on, the Venom gear, too. Nice.
Yeah, I like the Reebok gear better. It fits better. This, you better be jacked because the center part of it, it's tight. So if you got even just a little bit of a gut, it shows.
Really?
So, oh, yeah.
Ooh, I like the Venom gear, though, but I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
Shit.
So
Go ahead.
So how you been, man?
I've been good, man. Just trying to pump out content and, balance it with the daily life. But overall, everything's been straight.
Nice. We got Josh in here. I knew you'd join us, Josh. What's up, brother?
What's good, Josh?
He says, "Go Boston." He goes to like every Boston home game too. I love it.
Man, look, go ATL. Us in Boston don't have the best history right now, but hey, they got my ex point guard over there, Dennis Schroeder.
Yes, sir. Yeah, he was not doing too bad after doing bad, and then had a couple of good games, and then came back kind of down to earth side, but
up and down per usual.
Yeah,
up and down. Let's talk some fights.
All right, let's do it, man. So
yeah,
here we go. Easy. We're gonna start with the prelims.
All right.
And we got the ladies here. We got Yasmin. Let me try this because I'm gonna have her on my show next week. So I better practice it now. Right? It's Jazz. Jazz B. Just. I think that's how it's pronounced.
Jazz Vicious. I've been saying Jazz the Vicious all week, so I don't know. I don't know how right that is. I'm waiting for Joe Annick to call her tomorrow.
Exactly.
That's who I'm waiting on. John Agnick always has his P's and Q's.
Exactly, man. I'll just call her Jasmine for now. But
yeah, Jasmine, JJ, either way, she'll work.
She's 7.4K easy on DraftKings. We got K Hanson, 8.8K.
Okay.
Quick breakdown from me from what I've seen easy. We got Jasmine, She's a little slow on the feet. I mean, when she throws, not with much intent. I think it's just more to set the girls up to take them down. Making her UFC debut, coming off the Dana's White Contender Series, got her hand raised in the decision. Grappler takedowns. Like I said, I think she just throws some like phantom kicks, punches, just to get in close to get that takedown. Very long for the division, man. She got long arms, long legs, very tall. She towered over Kay in the face-offs today.
She sure did.
Yeah, and then Kay Hanson, I mean, coming off a loss to Corey McKenna, which kind of surprised me. I'm sure it surprised a lot of people. She got her members only thing going now, so I'm sure Easy's got his subscription to that, and I don't mind.
I'm waiting for Space to send me the screenshots. I'm waiting on Space to send me the screenshots, and then I'll go from there.
You know how we do, man. You know that's what.
Exactly.
He's a good all around fighter. Good wrestling, good grappling, good striker, man. Good blitz, good 1-2. What do you got here, Easy?
So yeah, like you said, Jazz is pretty big for the weight class, but I wish she had better striking, because with her size and decent enough distance management, she could be a real problem in this weight class. But she's gonna try to ground this fight, and Kay Hanson has some slick jiu-jitsu, man, and that's what really scares me here. My official pick here is, even though I don't like the $8,800 price tag, I do like Hanson, and I think she might win by sub. So if I were to put a round on it, I'd say third round submission, because Hanson has already got a handful of those in her back pocket.
Yeah, I mean, Kay Hanson, I think, has her beat everywhere. I mean, Kay, she's still young. What is she? Let's say right there, 22 years old.
About that, yeah.
Yeah, 22 years old. I don't know, like with her fans only stuff and all that on the side, like, that's good money. So I don't know if she's been putting in a good time at the gym like she was before. Does she still got that killer instinct like she had before? Like,
that's true.
I don't know. I agree though. I agree with the pick of Kay Hanson, but am I going to pay 8.8K on DraftKings? Probably not. I think depending on how many lineups you play, I think it's dog or pass for me. I mean,
I can see that. I've seen a lot of love for JJ throughout the MMA community, to be honest. Even when I was doing the UFC Pick'em thing on ESPN, JJ was what's it called again? She was like a 61% pick. So I'm like, man, if you're gonna give me a low-owned Hanson, though, I might have to take a shot on that.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I get, K should win this fight, but 8.8K, like, I want to spend my money elsewhere. But if I had to pick someone in this fight, for me, it's a dog or pass. I'll take 7.4K and hope Yasmin gets an armbar from guard or something.
Yep, definitely some value, because if K can't submit her from bottom, then Jazz is going to rack up a whole lot of control time. And that's how you take down nowadays on UFC. And there's still a lot of people that are not hip to the whole control time and, the new scoring. So there's still a lot of edge with that. And
if you notice, too, it's like the judges are looking more damaged, too. You notice that?
True. They have been. Which is, honestly, I agree with that. Like, look at Bontarine and Roy Val last week. Bontarine got the takedowns, but he did shit with him. Roy Val was the one, elbowing from bottom. He had like 3 sub attempts, so I would give it to Roy Val as well, because he was more active.
Yeah, exactly my point. Rather, that's the perfect example to make of what I just said. He was on his back pretty much a lot of the fight, but he was on his back throwing elbows, punches, and just active.
Doing way more than bump.
Mm-hmm. All right, so we're on agreement here. Kay Hanson's the pick. JJ, we'll call her JJ. Dog or pass for me. If I have to play it, otherwise it's a pass. But dog or pass for me. Easy. Yep, I get it. I'm with you with the pick, the official pick. Coming off a 7-3 week, by the way. Would have been better if Giga didn't blow it, but
yeah, I think last week I missed on one fight. Which one was it again? Yeah, I only missed Sherman because I freaking thought Sherman could pull off. I was on Collier all week, but then I was just overthinking it. And then I was like, you know what? Sherman may be able to catch him. Instead, that man goes out there and gets subbed.
Yeah, that was a
That's
bad
the
beat.
only fight that I missed on last week.
That's a fuck. You got to take that though, man.
Oh hell yeah, definitely.
A lot of experts out there that had a bad week, so
Definitely.
go tap yourself on the
Yeah,
back for
that shit robbed me a takedown on DraftKings, honestly.
Oh
But
no!
still made good money, so I ain't mad.
Oh
I
man!
ain't mad.
Hey, is that true? I just heard Josh was telling me there was a sighting. Space was spotted
Oh
just about
really?
a half hour ago with
Uh-oh.
Cam ATL over at the Olive Garden.
Man, so they graduated from the Cheesecake Factory, huh? They going to Olive Garden now. That shit crazy. I gotta see Space about that one.
Oh man! I
I
think he
got
does it. Yeah, he does it just to get me, you know.
I hear you. Yeah, I gotta see Space about that one. They don't graduate it, I see. Who we got next?
All right, man. When Easy's on the show, guys, just prepare to laugh your ass off. That's all I gotta say. Easy's inspired me to do the damn thing. I'm on here because of him. That's just how it goes.
Hey man,
DFS Whispers, man. If you're not checking them out, you might as well just stop. Next up, we got Vanessa.
Humbling as that sound, man. You were one of our first supporters too, though. So I always gotta thank you for that, because you showed up at every single video we posted when we were at like 0 to 1 subscribers. Every video, I mean, we post a video less than a minute, you see Skywalker commenting. So I just had to support you when you started your channel as well.
Yeah, man. Are you kidding me? Your videos were like me waiting for a season finale of some show I've been watching.
I hear you. Because I'm like, as soon as we upload, before you even know it, Skywalker DFS pops up. I'm like, yep, there go my boy.
I appreciate that, man.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be here if that wasn't for you guys. We got Vanessa, a little monster. She did a little stripper dance today up there.
I see. She was an ex-stripper, so.
Oh, she was?
Yeah, I heard that from Cody Safdie.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I can see it. She got, I can see it. 8.3K. Maybe she got a members only. We got to check that out. I don't know. Sylvia Gomez, Juarez, 7.9K on DraftKings. So my quick breakdown is Vanessa. She's a striker. She throws some nasty leg kicks. She's trained over at Fight Ready, or she trained at Fight Ready. I'm not quite sure. And you know what that means. They're one of the best gyms out there. They're making champions out there. She's powerful, goes for takedowns. Good old, great rounded fighter. She'll grapple if she needs to. Silvana. She's a striker. She throws a lot of output, man. Constantly moving. Throws good leg kicks. Her ground game, I haven't really seen one, to be honest with you. But as far as on the feet goes, man, she's and for DraftKings and FanDuel purposes, I mean that's money in the bank. I'm gonna take Silvana here as the dog at 7.9K. I think she's just gonna be more active. And she looked ready, man. She looked good in the weigh-ins and the face-offs. What do you got here?
I'm gonna go with the other side here.
All
and
right.
This is mainly because, Demopoulos, if she can ground this fight, she's gonna sub Silvana. But just like Mackenzie Dern, her ex-training partner, the wrestling is very, very spotty. But I feel like at some point this fight is gonna hit the ground, and I think Vanessa should be able to sub her easily. We saw Lupi Godinez absolutely destroy Silvana, just taking her down at will, being able to just hold her down. But Lupi did get tired, and in the third round, Vanessa did, start getting her own shots in. But I just feel like if Vanessa gets her down, the fight's over with.
All right. I can agree with that. For me, I wrote down literally on my notes here 50-50 fight.
Yeah, literally
50-50 fight. I mean, it's priced that way too.
Yeah, literally. And I like that $8,300 price tag on Vanessa too. I feel like everybody, because every breakdown I've heard so far, 90% of them are on the Sylvana side. So on a card like this where we've had fights fall off, you're just gonna have to take some risk if you really want to win. Like there's a difference between wanting to just cash and actually just going there to win some real money or takedown. And I feel like Vanessa, I'm gonna look at ownership too, just to reference it, but I feel like Vanessa may be the side, especially in tournaments, that she could come in lower owned than she should be in this matchup.
Speak the truth, man. You just made a very good point. There's a difference between taking down, cashing, and then just not cashing. And we're always looking for what easy to take down.
Oh, you're trying to get that hefty bag.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So
yeah.
Do you think this fight will be in the optimal lineup or no?
I think it can.
Okay.
This is a card where we probably normally whenever we expect to not see a lot of finishes, we then tend to see like 4 or 5 of them or every damn fight finishes. But on paper, this card does not have that many finishers or high scoring DFS players. So I could see this fight making it.
All right. That's what we like to see.
Yeah.
Low owned fight. I'm sure it'll be low owned for sure.
Hell yeah.
All right, guys. So here we go. Easy. We got Matt Frivola, the glass chin is what I call him.
Man.
Versus Geraldo Valdez, man. So Matt's 8.7 on DraftKings. I can't wait to hear Easy's take on this. 7.5 for Geraldo Valdez coming off the Dana White Contender Series off a knockout victory, man, 3 months ago.
Hell yeah.
Who do you got here, Easy?
I got to go with Moreno's training buddy Valdez, man. Because like you said, in a perfect world, Frivola should win this fight. But calling him glass chin is basically being generous, to be honest, man. Dude, if the wind blows too hard, might get knocked out. So I just got to take the shots on Valdez here. Now, if Valdez can't get it done in the first 2 rounds, then Frivola most likely is just going to grind it out because Frivola is good. He has good striking, has good grappling as well. Cardio is out of this world. It's just, even in the fights that he wins, he's getting rocked. He's getting dropped most of the times. And Geraldo Valdez, he can hit, man. Like, this dude can bang. So at 7,500 with some 100-point upside and potentially the early win bonus upside, even if I believe Frivola is going to win this fight, we're in the business of making money. So I got to go with the side that can make me the most money, which is the Valdez side.
100% agree with you on the pick, Easy. 100%. It took 8 seconds. Matt stepped out there. He gets T-Rex.
A 1-2. It was just a 1-2.
If it was a rodeo, he would have won. Yeah, he stayed on the bull for 8 seconds, but this is UFC fighting, ladies and gentlemen. He got dropped by a 1-2, and it wasn't even an overhand, a hook. It was a 1-2.
Nothing. It was literally just a 1-2. Boom. Like, basically, when that fight happened, I turned my face to look at something, and by the time I looked back at the TV, the fight was over. I'm like, what the fuck happened? And I had a lot of Frivola. I also had a lot of Frivola that day on my lineup as well. So that hurt even more because I had some fire lineups that I'm looking at a 0 from Frivola. I'm like, you gotta be fucking kidding me.
I swear, bro. You were probably sitting there. You reached down to grab a chip. You dipped it in your dip. You looked up and you said, "What happened?"
Literally, that's how it went. Because I looked up and I saw Terrence McKinney blowing out his knee. I'm like, what the hell? This dude's blowing out his knee celebrating.
Yeah, that sucked too. I mean, the kid didn't feel it. I mean, I'm sure he felt it, but at the time, like, what a debut.
Adrenaline was going crazy.
What a debut. So Gabriel here says, you sound like Scottie Pippen, Easy. You ever heard that before?
That's a new one.
That's a new one, right? I've heard.
That's a new one.
Mr. White, right?
Yeah, I've heard Barry White. I've heard freaking Pop Smoke, Slim Thug, all sorts of shit, man. Feel like every season I get a new one.
It's all good, man. It's all good. Yeah. Frivola, questionable chin, and I'm being very, very nice because you never know if one of these fighters is going to end up on my show, so I can't talk too bad about him. He's pretty good at grappling, takedowns, but he's beaten a bunch of cans. He hasn't really, I hate to call him a can crusher, but I'm gonna call him a can crusher. Valdez, like I said, coming off a nice knockout, Dana White Contender Series. They don't have very good debuts. There's that. But man, this kid's good. He's a fast striker, very fast striker. Good wrestling, takedowns, powerful, great boxing, man. Looked great at the weigh-ins today. So his cardio is kind of questionable, but I was glad. I think he looked great. Smile on his face.
Too, in that Contender Series fight, he kind of fought out of character. Almost, I think the best analogy I heard was when Clint from Die Hard MMA was like, someone probably whispered in his ear, like, you know, if you don't win in 2 to 3 minutes, you might not get a contract. Because dude came, man, balls to the wall, just swinging. I think he'll fight a whole lot smarter here in this spot, and potentially, you know, we might see him go deeper into the second and third rounds and still look okay. Like, it all depends. Now, Frivola is a grinder, though. That's the scary part, especially with someone where we still got a question mark on his gas tank. But, man, that chin, Frivola's chin is just that's the only thing that will ever stop me from betting Frivola against anybody that has any sort of power.
That's exactly, yeah. I'm tired of chinny fighters, dude. I'm tired of putting them in my lineups.
Nope.
I mean, I'm done with it.
It's dog or pass. Whenever the fighter just has a glass chin or a Jason Witt chin, it's just dog or pass.
Hey, dude, my boy won his last fight.
Hey, he sure did, man.
He did, man.
He held on. He held on for dear life in that fight.
He did. You know what, though? He's one of the nicest dudes, man.
I watched his interview on your show, man. It was dope.
He's like, he messaged me the other day, like, when are we doing this? I'm like, you want to come on again? He's like, heck yeah. We had so much fun. I was like, all right, yeah, twist my arm. So
you gave him some good luck too.
Yeah. Also, hopefully you're available, man. I'd love to have you on with me when we interview these people, man.
For sure. You know, you got my number. Just shoot me a message, man.
Absolutely. All right. So let's get on to the next one here. How does this look? Let me try this view. Nope. There we go. That one's better. Yes, all right. So next up, we got Tony Gravely at 8.9K. My man, Nate Maness. Woo! Escaped
that fight was a roller coaster.
And then,
that fight was a roller coaster, man.
It was, man. I was on the Nate side of that one.
Me too.
He's just another nice guy. Another friend of the show. But Gravely ran out of gas, dude. That's it happens. When you go to finish someone and that ref is not stopping the fight, it happened last card.
Yep.
Got him dead to rights, and the ref didn't stop the fight. You burn all that energy. But Gravely's 8.9K on DraftKings. Oliveira is 7.5K. Just a quick breakdown, easy. I got Tony as a striker, powerful, good wrestling, good takedowns. I'm not going to really question his cardio yet. I think that was just an energy dump from trying to just finish Nate when he had him. He had him dead to rights. And then for Oliveira, I got him as a striker, nasty kicks, flashy, good forward pressure, which is, always good for the judges. I'm taking Gravely here. What are your thoughts on this fight, Easy?
This is another one where I'm just staring at the underdog, man. Because my thing with Gravely is he's too reckless, especially when he takes the fight down. He's been subbed like all 5 of his losses, I believe. And Simon Oliveira has decent jiu-jitsu and has fought some pretty decent, he's one of those Dana White Contender Series guys that's actually had a good regional record. And also they have some good, wins under his belt and some good experience under his belt as well. And I think he can catch Tony Gravely in a guillotine here. I've been going back and forth on an official pick because Gravely can't shut his lights out. And, on the ground, Gravely can do his thing and get a decision. But Gravely is just too reckless. And his gas tank, too, he's not smart with his gas tank. He does a lot of big actions, goes for crazy takedowns, and all of that is taxing, man, on your gas tank. So Simon Oliveira looks really good on DraftKings. Honestly, I'm going to call this one a 50-50. If I were playing 20 lineups, I'll have probably 10 with Gravely and 10 with Oliveira if I was playing 100% of this fight. Because there is real ways where Oliveira can win this fight.
All right. I like to take. I like to take, and I love your underdog picks, man. Because
Yeah.
most times I don't know if
It
they
just
come
feels
through.
like one of those cards, man. It feels like one of those cards where it's 6 out of 7, like, it's 11 fights and 6 underdogs win.
Hey, a nice greasy underdog card. We love those, man.
Hell yeah. Causes chaos in the DraftKings streets.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. All right, let's move on, man. Let's go.
Yep.
We got 11. We're down to 11 fights, by the way. It was a huge card, and then all of a sudden we're down to 11 now.
I
But
know
thank
it
God
was
that
a
the
lot
first
of
are easy. We don't lose any more by tomorrow.
hopefully no more, man.
All
Hopefully
right.
no
So
more.
next up, we got Jack Della Maddalena versus Pete Rodriguez. Let me ask you something easy. Let me ask you, how do you get in the UFC being 4-0?
Takes a lot of hype, man. It takes a lot of hype. A lot of people talking, putting in good favors for you. Because Pete's regional scene record, his amateur wins, it's like his amateur tape does not look good at all. And now he's fighting a guy that's pretty well rounded. Honestly, Jack is one of my favorite plays on DraftKings this week. At
Jack is
9,200.
9.2. 9.2.
And I'm kind of actually mad that the Taporia and Vieira fights fell off, because them two being around right there, Jack easily could have been the lowest owned 9K fighter, because you had Barcelos, you had Taporia, you had Vieira, and people know those names more than they know Jack's name. And he's fighting a guy that's had 4 straight knockouts and all in like a minute or less. You know how the casuals play DraftKings, especially when it comes to UFC, and on a big card, there's gonna be a lot of casuals on it. So I like Jack a lot on this card. I really, really like Jack in this spot.
Yeah, I agree 100%. I think now he's going to be chalky.
Yeah.
I mean, how are you going to back a guy who's 4-0 on the regional scene? Hasn't fought nobody. I mean, the dude, from what I've seen, he's killed everybody he's fought. He's knocked them out early and easily. Pete 7K on DraftKings. I mean, it's the fight game. One punch can get it done.
But I've seen Jack go through some adversity too and come out on the better side of it. So that was another thing that put me even more on him, because Jack has dealt with some power punches just like Pete, man. And his last fight, I think it was the Harris dude, Luisia Harris or something like that. I mean, that dude hit Jack with some punches that'll drop anybody. And man, yeah, I like Jack, man. I like Jack. And Gabriel put up some good points about Gravely right there too, averaging 120. But you also got to look at the opposition, man. You got to look at the box score, look at the people he's fought as well. Because that Kevin Natividad fight, nobody expected Kevin Natividad to beat him, and he's also has some other pretty very, very soft matchups. So I know the DraftKings average score number looks good, and that's how a lot of people pick their lineups. That's why it's always good to check out the videos from all the other content creators that actually dive deep and give you those other extra little insights, because a lot of people pick their lineups based off of that average score, especially when they don't really know much about UFC or just want to get some action in because it's a pay-per-view. But the ceiling definitely is good on Tony Gravely.
Yeah. Again, I think he gassed out because he was going for that finish.
Yeah, he was definitely going for it, and it all depends on the ref too in situations like that. Sabian Boo's Keith Peterson might have called it, but unfortunately, he had probably Herb Dean or Chris Taioni, who just wanted to see a dead body before they stopped. Yeah,
exactly. Yeah, I'm with you on here. Jack's one of my favorite pay-ups here at 9.2K. Dude's legit. The UFC knows he's legit.
They like him. They paired him up with Warrior Alves. That tells you a lot right there.
Exactly.
These Contender Series fighters, if you want to know how much they actually like them, you just gotta see who they match him up against. They did not give him a soft matchup at all. Warley Alves has a win over Colby Covington, and also
Mhm.
went the full 3 rounds with Kamaru Usman. I mean, got beat for 3 fucking rounds, but still, he had 3 rounds with the champ, and also holds a win over Colby. That I know if they fought again, Colby will probably wipe the floor with him, but still, he can go around and say I've beat Colby Covington.
Exactly. He always has that little ace in his pocket.
Yep.
All right, let's look at the next one, Easy.
Yes, sir.
Remember, if you're new, guys, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, hit that bell icon because it's midnight here on the West Coast. It's 3 a.m. where Easy's at in Atlanta.
Yeah.
You never know when we're going to go live, guys. So make sure you hit that bell icon and hit that like button. Leave us a comment if you're watching the replay. If you're watching right now, throw up a comment. We'll throw it up on the screen. We'll answer your questions, guys. That's why we're here. Next up, we got, let me bring it down so y'all can see it better. There we go. We got Raoni Barcelos versus Victor Henry, man. Victor Henry's got a head of hair on that guy. Looked like something out of goddamn Lord of the Rings or something, man. He looked like one of them dudes. But Raoni's 9.3K on DraftKings. You can get Henry here for 6.9K, making his debut. Barcelos, man, he's a well-rounded striker. Just well-rounded striker, grappler, takedowns. Kind of wish he's fought some better opponents. He hasn't really fought no one. But great cardio on the kid. Henry, I mean, from what I've seen, just a striker. He's got some razor elbows he throws in there. But I think he's going to be outclassed here. I like Barcelos at 9.3K, but am I going to, use him as one of my favorite pay-ups? Maybe. I got to check the ownership because ownership's everything in DFS. What's your take here, Easy?
Yeah, Raoni Barcelos is definitely a cash game play here, but even when I was shooting my video, I kind of asked the question, is he going to pay that 93 price tag off? Because if this fight stays standing for 3 rounds, he's not paying this price tag off. Victor Henry's pretty tough and can take some damage. So I don't see Barcelos knocking him out. He could potentially sub him, but if you told me Barcelos was going to come into this matchup and take the path of least resistance, which is just taking down Victor Henry, then I'll be all over Barcelos because he's going to rack up some control time. But if he just stays standing, man, I don't know, man. I know, like, he's officially my pick, but it's just how much will he score? That's really the big question.
What are we looking for at 9.3? At least a 1.
You need at least about 115 to 120 on this card, for sure.
All right, yeah. I just can't bring. I don't have zero Henry, but it's a fight game. Remember, guys.
Yeah, all it takes is one fight.
That's all it takes. So we don't spend much more time on this one, dude. It's pretty
straightforward. I mean, Henry's tough. I'll give him that, but that's about it.
You got a nice hair ahead too, man. All right. This one I'm looking forward to. After seeing the weigh-ins and seeing Trevin Giles looking as good as he did at this weight class, I'm like, ooh, here we go. Let me look at the price tags here. Where do you go?
I think it's the 82 and 8K fight this week.
Yeah, so Morales is 82. Michael Morales making his UFC debut, and they give him Trevin Giles, man, at 8K. 8K. Trevin Giles is an underdog technically.
Yeah.
One of my favorite 8K plays of the slate, I'm going to tell you right off the bat, I have Giles here. Look, for me, it was the weigh-ins today. That was what I've been waiting to see.
Me too.
And he looked great, man. He looked great. Striker, questionable chin though, but I mean he is moving down the weight class, so that's what he wants is lighter hitters apparently. And from Morales, he's a striker, wrestler, good, well-rounded fighter. Goes for takedowns, good body lock. He might chain wrestle. Another can crusher, but he's making his UFC debut. I mean, they're giving this kid a seasoned vet in Trevin Giles here. But yeah, give me Trevin Giles at 8K. I feel pretty good about it too. What about you?
I agree with it, man. when it comes to these seasoned vets versus the contender series fighters, is every time when there's a vet that's actually good and has fought some real UFC competition, then I always go with the vets in this spot because these kids are normally not ready for the bright lights. And when's the last time the Morales has actually fought in front of a crowd? Yeah, let's just ask that question. Now you're jumping into a huge Anaheim crowd. UFC jitters also in the game. And Trevin Giles, he's up there when it comes to top 10 worst fight IQs in the UFC, but he's still a very hard hitter. In his words, he has the best jab in the UFC, but like I said, dumb fight IQ never uses that jab, but whenever he does, it causes damage, man. I wish he just throws it more. And wrestling is good, jiu-jitsu is good as well. I mean, Giles can definitely hang on the ground. We saw against Roman Delites, he was putting some deep leg locks, but somehow managed to reverse position enough to land some hammer fists on him and eventually win that fight. So you just gotta rock with Giles here. The experience is there, the strength of schedule is there. So Morales is good, and I feel like the UFC like Morales. That's why they're trying to test him, with his first fight. And I think by the time his second fight in the UFC comes along, he may be a nice underdog depending on who he fights, and that's when I'll jump on his, hype train.
Very, very well put, my friend. Exactly. I mean, look at Trevin Giles here. He lost Duplessis.
Yeah, it was legit.
Very legit. He beat Roman, right? How do you want me to submit him? Remember he said that to his coach?
Yeah.
Lewis beat him.
Yeah.
Beat James Krause. I mean, this kid, I feel bad for this kid because, seasoned vet, man. But
yeah, seasoned vet. And I believe Giles quit. I gotta fact check this, but I believe Giles quit his job as a police officer too. Now,
I don't know if he did. That's what I was going to ask you. I don't know if he's still a cop or not.
Yeah, because if he did quit his job as a cop, then that tells you how seriously he's finally starting to take fighting as well. But definitely just him cutting down that extra 15 pounds alone tells you how serious he's trying to take this anymore going forward. And I think he wants to start racking up more wins. And 170 is a good weight class for him.
Yeah, if he can keep doing it, I think he'll do great, man. Because if he quit that job, those government benefits gone.
Yep,
all that good stuff. So
that too. He might just be more part-time now.
Okay, I'm gonna look into that now because that's a big risk.
Yep, that's true.
Next up, easy. We got a good one here. We got Cody Stamen at 7.6K versus Saeed Nurmagomedov. not the Eagle.
Nah,
second cousin here.
He's the Hawk.
Cody's 7.6K. Saeed is 8.6K.
Mm-hmm.
Who you got here, Easy?
I see a lot of people on Stamen, man, but my thing with Saeed here, of course, you've probably heard this all week 100 times. He is not your typical Nurmagomedov fighter. He is not a wrestler, but he does still have that wrestling and grappling in his back pocket. But he's more of a striker, and he has some really good striking too. Like, he can be a problem. He's actually, his only loss in the UFC right now is to Barcelos. And like, this dude, if this fight stays standing, the only other question mark I have is, will he pay his price tag off? Because he's going to need a lot of significant strikes to pay it off. Because you're not knocking out Cody Stamen. He's the opposite of Matt Frevola. He has an iron chin. And once, Stamen, of course, the takedowns are there, but the grappling isn't. And this Saeed dude, he's going to get up. If you're not legit on the ground, you cannot keep him on the ground. And every time he gets taken down and he gets back up, he throws a lot of spinning shit, like spinning back fist, spinning kicks, and all of that. So, and that's going to get the oohs and ahs from the crowd. So the judges also will be looking at that. More of the bigger actions will be coming from his side. So I got to rock with Nurmagomedov here. But DraftKings-wise, I don't know. If he fits into my lineup, I'll take it. But he feels like one of those wins that'll score about 60 to 82 or 86 just. Which if he gets you an 86, that ain't bad. But he needs a lot of significant strikes here to actually pay that price tag off because he's not going to chase takedowns himself. Like, I'd be shocked because that's not his game plan.
Yeah, 100%. We don't need these 60s. We don't need these 80 points, man. We're looking to take down.
We're going for it.
So,
we'll do it in cash, but not in GPPs.
Right. I'm with you with the pick. I got Saeed at 8.6K. Cody's a good underdog, though. He is a live dog.
He's very live. He's very live.
He's a good wrestler. His striking ain't bad either, man. He's lost 2 in a row, right? But yeah, he's a good wrestler who'd go for takedowns. But like you said, good luck keeping Saeed on the ground. Saeed says he has a wrestling game like the rest of
he does have it in his back pocket. He just tends to strike more.
Mm-hmm. He said he just hasn't shown it yet. So whether he's full of shit or not remains to be seen, right? But yeah, he throws that flashy spinning stuff that the judges love, and that'll get a decision win. But you really don't want those on a DraftKings and FanDuel lineup.
Nah, especially on DraftKings. Because on FanDuel, you got other little stuff that they could score that helps helps your scoring go up. But DraftKings striking is just not favorable anymore. Back in the old scoring, I would have took Nurmagomedov and not blinked. But this new scoring, it just does not favor his style at all.
All right, easy. You ready for this one?
Oh, boy.
You ready for this one? This one should be good.
I might just have to do a backflip.
Yeah, right? Man, I don't know if he's a better fighter or dancer, man. I don't know. It's close.
I don't know, but if they're doing a live-action DBZ movie, he needs to play Frieza. They got Frieza right there. He's in the UFC.
Right? Or the main bad guy in one of these cheesy martial arts flicks,
Hell yeah. Just come up out of nowhere with some nunchucks.
We're paying a price for Michelle, man. 9.1K this week. Andre, 7.1K, making his UFC debut, guys. Coming out of, I don't know where the hell UAE is. I've never heard of that word.
UAE Warriors. That's where Carlson Harris came from.
Oh, okay.
They had a couple episodes on Dana White looking for a fight, whenever they're out there on Fight Island.
The pick here for me is Michelle. Like I said, it's I don't know, man. He's a walking. How can I put this nicely? Michelle, he's like a walking disqualification. You can see him doing something stupid and getting disqualified
every damn time, man. It's so hard to pick him because he's actually a good fighter, but he just does too much stupid shit. So you gotta really mind your P's and Q's when you pick him. But if he comes out here and fights smart, he should win this fight. Even though Fiallo does crack, though, he has power in them hands. But we've seen Michelle Pereira deal with a guy that has a lot of power in Chaos Williams. So
yeah,
it's going to be interesting to see how this one plays off. This is more of just a cash game play for me, but in GPPs, unless Pereira somehow knocks out Fiallo, I think he's going to play it safe and just win a decision.
Do you think this one? Yeah, I'm hearing a lot that this one's going to go to the judges. He beat Nico Price, decision, right? He's a decisionator is what he is. Yep. Chaos Williams took him distance. That's a big win. I have a lot of Chaos. I think he's going to go places. But he got a submission versus Imadaev, who's not too shabby himself. And then he had those 2 L's versus Diego Sanchez. And then Tristan Conley. But like you said, Andre's a live dog only because he's a killer be killed fighter, man. He's powerful. He's going for that knockout one punch. He throws everything he's got into his punches. And I don't know, man. The pick for me. Oh, am I lost easy there?
Hold on, I'm still here. I just have to fix my ring light that fell off my TV. My table.
That's why I love StreamYard, man. You can just put up your little logo up there and turn the camera off.
Yeah.
But yeah, the pick for me is going to be Michelle Pereira. Everyone thinks he's 9.1K. So again, do you want that on your DraftKings and FanDuel lineup? I mean, he'll probably score pretty good on FanDuel, to be honest with you. But you got to pick and choose here, man, who you're paying up for. Like I always say, it's always good to leave money on the table. Always good, especially in UFC. Always got to leave some bread on the table.
Oh yeah, and this is a perfect card for that type of style. You remember Justin in Discord?
Yeah, what happened to him? Where do you go?
I know he got busy with work, and then I haven't heard from him in a long time now. But these type of cards were perfect for him because he'll make the craziest lineups and end up taking down with it.
Yep, that's what he was
Like
notorious for.
he'll make lineups with like 2,800 on the table, and by the end of the night, he's like, "Yo, bro, I won 4K tonight with that lineup." I'm like, "How the hell was that possible?" Like you picked every underdog and somehow just got a 6 for 6.
Yeah, I miss him, man. Hopefully he pops up soon. He's still in the Discord, but he just hasn't been active.
Yeah, I'm gonna shoot him a couple messages, see where he been, because I know he got busy with work and then after that just disappeared. But quick shout out to Gabriel too in the chat. He's been making a lot of good, comments. There
Absolutely.
we are.
Shout out to him, Jigga Josh.
Shout out to
Adam.
Josh too.
Yep. DFS Club representing in the house.
I see.
It's 12 in the morning. I didn't expect a big crowd tonight, but I'm sure a lot of people will be watching this.
It's the replay squad too.
The replay squad.
Everybody hanging out live with us.
Real quick, before we get to the main events, I'm gonna call them main events. The two fight main event. Easy. Where can they find you, man?
Oh, you can find me on YouTube, DFS Whispers, man. We do NBA, NFL, little bit of tennis and soccer every now and again, and of course MMA too. All on YouTube, Twitter, DFS Whispers, and that's really about the two social medias that I'm really active on. But I'm getting our TikTok going as well for the short videos that kind of help you through the daytime. And also, if you want more content, we're on Patreon, just Patreon DFS Whispers.
All right, and you got some stuff in the works too for the future.
Yeah,
which I heard. I'm not going to announce it, but it sounds exciting.
Yep. I got a couple new shows that I'm gonna make an announcement video for, but just to hit an exclusive for y'all right here. We do have a new show called Behind the Capper dropping soon, where I interview other guys in the content creating business and just try to get into their heads a little bit and see how they got their stuff started, just a little backstory for the fans, get that extra connection between the content creator and the fan.
All right, easy.
I'm gonna step aside real quick, go grab my charger, and I'll be right back.
No problem, man. No problem. All right, guys. So yeah, go check them out. DFS Whispers, DFS Easy. Great guys, man. Great guys. Shout out to Jigga Josh, man. Shout out to Gabriel. Shout out to Adam. I know you guys are still up with me, riding with us, man. It is 12:54 in the morning. So yeah, guys, thanks you so much. So, all right, so next up, we got my main event leading. This is the fight I'm waiting for. I'm looking very forward to this fight. We got Brandon Moreno going up against Davison Figueroa. 3 guys, not 1, not 2, but 3.
And we'll potentially have number 4.
What's that, Easy?
That we might have 4.
Right. It's been a very interesting week. I've seen a version of Davison that I've never seen before.
Man, I'm loving it.
Right.
I'm loving it.
And I knew on Thursday when they did the press conference that he was going to make weight because he already looked sucked out. I was like, oh, he's already cutting weight.
Yeah.
Which could be a bad thing, though. Which could be a bad thing if you cut weight too soon. From what I heard from other fighters, that might. You got
Davison is such a huge flyweight, though. Sometimes you just can't wait till too late because he cuts a lot of weight just to make this division. And honestly, I'd love to see him before his career is over with. At least go up to 135 or even 145.
Oh, we got Stefan Flanagan in here coming to us from the UK. Easy.
Look at that. Shout out to the UK.
That's what's up, man. Shout out to the UK. And yep, we got but yeah, I mean, Davison, to make a statement, not just made weight, but came in a pound lighter.
I know. And
Man,
jogging
I'm
scales.
gonna tell you right now. So the price tag, this is a cheap fight. 8-5 for Moreno, 7-7 for Figueroa. I was leaning Brandon Moreno all week, but when I saw Devinson hanging out with Henry Cejudo at Fight Ready, I saw him come in this week a pound underweight. He looks hungry. I like to see that. I'm going to take the Devinson Figueroa side at 7.7K here. And certain things during the week, man, can just sway my decisions. That's why I like doing these videos on Friday nights, because we lose fights and then you have the weigh-ins. It's basically pointless to do them before then, but easy. What you got here, my man?
Man, hey, I've been on Figgy all week, and I hate picking against Moreno because he's the nicest guy in the UFC, damn near. Like, it's so hard to hate on Moreno or say anything bad about him because his energy is just so pure. But man, Deuce de Guerra, man, Figgy, we're just seeing a different side of him. Like, he's embracing that villain role. Somebody on MMA Twitter said the man looks like a Bond movie villain right now. And hey, that's so accurate. He pulled up to the press conference with the grill, basically saying MF every 3 sentences. Like,
you learn English, but do you learn the bad language of English?
He knows that. But yeah, I think because people tend to forget, man, that first fight, Figueredo won that first fight if it wasn't for the point deduction. Second fight, he just looked out of it. Now, this third fight, like you said, training at Fight Ready is really what swayed me because I love that gym, man. Fight Henry with Santino DeFranco, Brandon Olivas, Henry Cejudo, they're doing great work over there. Now, I know it didn't work out for Weili Zhang, but honestly, they just don't have a deep enough WMMA room yet. But when it comes to the male side of things, even John Jones is out there now, which is crazy. So Figueredo's personally been working with Cejudo. I mean, literally been staying with Cejudo this whole fight camp. And if you watch any of the embeddeds, which shout out to UFC for those, man. That's quality content right there. Those embedded, the countdowns, man. I wish we could have them every week. I just love those shows. But yeah, Figueredo has been really close with Cejudo. They've been breaking down fight film together. If you follow Triple C on social media, Instagram, he posts a lot of videos of when he does, his technique of the week or some shit, where you see him doing the moves with Figueredo, teaching them while teaching everybody else. And he's basically, the thing that I see here the most is Figueredo is finally in a place where people will hold him accountable. Back in Brazil, he's the big dog of the gym. Nobody's going to say shit to him. Out here in Fight Ready, you're just another fighter. You're not bigger than Henry Cejudo, the triple C, triple champion in his words, over here trying to beat Alex Volkanovski to really make that happen. But double champ Henry Cejudo, he's ruled that division before. And he's also trained Brandon Moreno before. Like, Brandon Moreno was a part of Fight Ready for a couple years and literally the main training partner for Henry Cejudo. And in Henry Cejudo's ways, typical Henry Cejudo, he's like, I beat his ass basically every time. And I know how to beat him. So it's just a lot of good things in Figgy's corner. And the weight cut was definitely the one that I was waiting to see how much it'll take a toll on him. But as soon as that man came out jogging, I was just jogging to my DraftKings. Let's throw Figgy in there, man. Like, there's just too much value on Figgy to not play him.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, 7.7K.
Yep.
5 rounds.
Yeah, 5 rounds. Even if it goes all 5 and he doesn't win, he could outscore somebody that wins in a bad decision.
Now, do you think in a cash game, do you think this is a stackable fight in a cash line?
I hate stacking fights, but this is definitely a stackable fight, especially if it's going 5. Because it's a flyweight fight. One thing about these flyweights, bantamweights, featherweights, volume is never a problem. they are gonna throw 100 significant strikes and up. So yeah, this fight is definitely very stackable.
All right, so we're all in on Davison Figueiredo. I agree, man. I love Brandon Moreno, though. Who doesn't love Brandon Moreno?
Man,
How
it's
can you
hard
not
not
love
to.
this man?
Only Figueredo hates Moreno during fight week.
Yeah, I mean, I
But
don't
after
know.
fight week's over with, then they're back to being cool.
Yeah, hopefully it's just to sell the fight. I'm kind of
Yeah,
hoping
it is. I
because
mean,
how can you get mad at him? But
oh yeah.
all right, easy. Are you ready to break down the main event of the evening?
Main event of the evening.
5 rounds for the UFC
Man,
Heavyweight Championship.
nobody does it better than Bruce Buffer, man.
Nobody.
By the time Bruce is done, I feel like I'm in the cage. Like I'm just ready to get up and fight anybody by the time Bruce Buffer's done.
Let me ask you something. Who's the best of all time? Him or Howard Finkel? WWF.
That's tough, man.
Isn't that?
Because Howard Finkel was good.
Oh, when he would say, "No."
Man, Howard Finkel was good.
Oh, he was the best, man.
Ooh.
God bless him, man.
Yeah,
May he rest in peace. But yeah, he was
good, man. I'm gonna have to give it a tie on that one.
Yep, same here. And Bruce Buffer, from the fighters told me, he's the ladies' man. He gets all the roadies.
Hey, that man is slick, man. You got to listen to his interview on Hot Boxing with Mike Tyson.
Oh, okay.
That's a dope podcast to listen to. But yeah, Bruce Buffer is the man. I mean, dude was a made man before UFC. So he actually, risked a lot just to join the UFC, and it ended up working out for him.
Yeah, he has so much fun out there.
Oh yeah, hell yeah.
All right.
Let's see how this main event goes.
All right, easy. Let's get our hands. There's gonna be a greasy one here, baby. We got Francis.
Dive into it.
The champion's 7-8. You're getting 7-8 for the champion. Ciryl, you're getting 8.4K.
Mm-hmm.
We know we're getting here, guys. These are the big boy, but this is not your typical heavyweight fight. Yeah. These guys got, especially with Ciryl, I've never seen a heavyweight move like him. As Brock Lesnar was, I'd say Ciryl's probably faster than even Brock was, and Brock was pretty freaking fast for his size. But Ciryl's just a kickboxer. Now he's in the UFC, undefeated, 10-0, I believe. Yeah, and he's looking to take the crown from Francis, who might be on his way out, man. My pick's going to be Ciryl here at 8.4K, but I will have my shares of Francis.
Got to, man.
Only takes
too much value. Too much value on Francis. But like you said, we've heard it all week, man. Ciryl Gane is the evolution of the heavyweight. I mean, dude's really good on his feet, manages distance well, which is his best attribute, honestly. Slick striking, great ground game. But with all that being said, I'm picking Francis Ngannou because Francis Ngannou has that X factor, which is power. As good as Ciryl is on everything, he's still pretty hittable at times, and sometimes does get engaged a little too much or a little too recklessly. I mean, Volkov had 110 significant strikes against him. You can't eat 110 significant strikes from Francis Ngannou and not go down. But of course, Francis Ngannou is not throwing 110 significant strikes. All it takes is about 10 from him. But, this is one of those fights where I just see Ciryl Gane winning till he's not. And they've sparred before. Francis has the, infamous head kick knockout that might have happened. It may or may not have happened, and, Gane can't remember it. We do have footage of Gane looking decent against him, but it's sparring. Yeah. Sparring doesn't really tell you much. Like, Francis is not all the way punching you. And Gane, he's just trying to make Francis look good, so I definitely would love to. I can't wait to see this fight, honestly. I will have some shares of Gane, but it'll mostly be in cash probably because we got to say it's not talked about enough. MMA cash is the easiest way to build your bankroll.
Thank you.
I've had slates where legit a 2 out of 6 have cashed in big cash lineups like the $50, $25 double ups. But yeah, if you play cash games, you're a cash game player or a single entry player, MMA is the easiest sport for those type of contests because everybody plays the same fighters. So to get different is not that hard, especially in single entries. If you nail the right underdog, you're always top 10. And trust me, I know, because even when you look at my Roto Grinders rank in MMA, I'm top 500 right now, and I'm going for the top 100.
There
I'm
you
going
go.
for top 100 this year. Also playing in the MMA Ironman that I'm trying to win this year too, made by a couple other a couple other content creators. But yeah, I really like Ngannou in this spot. Wouldn't be surprised if Gane wins a decision, but there's just too much value on Frankie Murder, so I gotta go there.
That's the thing. I think Gane, if he wins, I think it's by decision. I don't see him taking out Francis. Francis he looked nice in that nice suit, them shades he's rocking this week, man. He's all dressed up like the champ now.
Hell yeah.
But yeah, one punch is all it takes. He's got some of the most brutal knockouts I've seen in UFC history, man.
Some of the craziest knockouts, man. I think Overeem's still looking to the heavens.
Don't even bring that one up.
Oh my goodness.
He's a chin that looked like one of them slow motion uppercut punches, and then he just goes flying slow motion.
That shit looked like a fatality off of Mortal Kombat.
Right? He did.
That shit, man. That was just brutal to watch, man. That took at least 10 years off of Overeem's career. And Overeem was already pretty old at that point.
All right, easy. So who is your how about your two most confident picks on this card? Off the top of your head. Who you feeling really good about? Your top two.
I'm gonna go with Jack is definitely my most confident pick on the slate. And I'm gonna throw another one just out of the blue, just to be different, because I know y'all have probably heard the same names all week. So my second one, I'm gonna give y'all the former stripper, Vanessa Demarco.
Okay.
Gonna be my second most confident pick, just to be different, But I do like her a lot though in that matchup, and I feel like she's gonna lock up a second round submission.
Hey, will she make it in Atlanta? Because you guys have a high standard out there when it comes to strip clubs. You think she get hired out there?
I don't know about that, man. I think that's why she went to the UFC. You had to change careers real quick.
Yeah, when I roll out there to visit you and Space, I'm like, so guys,
for sure.
You know what's up? Where are we going?
Hey, man, we got a lot of places, but Space might be busy with Cam ATL.
Yeah, that's true.
So I might just have to be the chauffeur around the place.
Right.
Might have to go.
I'm coming out there soon.
Go, oh, hell yeah. Just let me know when, man, and we'll get some shit done for sure. Probably might have to go to a Hawks game, too.
But we'll vlog it so everybody can see it, because we've been talking about doing this forever.
Hey, man, we've been talking about this forever, about what, 3 years now running?
Easy.
So
easy.
Yeah.
Hey, let me ask you something too. I'm kind of curious. Why are there no brothers on Osimo? They ain't got one colored person up there.
I have no clue, bro. I think they got about 2. That's about it, man.
I don't think. Do they have 2? I haven't seen one.
I've seen one of them on their NFL shows, and the other one runs like their NBA content stuff, so like the Twitter pages and all of that. But that's about it.
No, I like to bust their balls. They're cool guys. I like
them. I used to mess with them a lot too on their live streams.
Yeah, I still do.
We all pretty cool now, but I still every now and again will be like, okay, what the fuck are you talking about?
Yeah.
Oh man, I can't tell you how many times I got Josh in his feelings.
Oh yeah, especially early in the morning, man. My two picks. I'm gonna go Gravely. I know that's gonna be controversial there.
Nah, shit. Gravely definitely has the upside to get it done.
I think he's gonna crush that price tag, dude. And then my most confident, I'd say, dog pick would be Davison Figueiredo, I think.
I hear that. I like Figgy, man. He made all the good adjustments that you want to see. He made the right adjustments.
Yeah, I agree. Well, that's going to do it for the UFC 270 show, brought to you by the DFS Whispers and Easy. Easy. Thank you
Yes,
so
sir.
much, man.
Hey, no
You ever
problem.
sleep?
Man. Yeah, I need to go get some sleep in now.
My goodness.
I
I've
got
been
like
on here an
3
hour.
videos back to back to back, but we did a good job though. A little over an hour for 11 fights. Not bad. Not bad.
Where can we one last time, Easy, where can we find you?
Oh yeah, you can find us at DFS Whispers on YouTube and Twitter. Also on TikTok too, because we've been posting some TikToks every now and again. And the numbers have been really good over there. So appreciate the support. Want more content? We also got a Patreon, so you can check that out as well.
All right. Easy. Thank you so much for coming on the show, man. God bless your family. God bless your loved ones, man. I'm gonna come out there and see you guys.
Hell yeah. Let's make some money tomorrow.
Let's get this bread tomorrow. That's right, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. We're gonna have Easy on here a lot. I might be on his channel, he might be on my channel. We're gonna make it work. We're gonna make this a regular thing. Any last words, Easy, before we take some down tomorrow?
Go figure, go Gane. Shout out to Demopolis, and let's just make it out alive, because 11 fight cards get wild, man. I'm telling y'all. Every time we have a short slate like this, all the weird shit tends to happen. So let's all just survive.
All right, guys. I agree 100%. You heard it there first. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate it. Hit that subscribe button. Smash that bell icon. Hit that like button. Leave us a comment down below if you're watching on the replay. Who do you guys got? I love reading the comments. Sometimes you might sway me. I've seen it, but I've done it before, because you guys the viewers are pretty knowledgeable.
We got some sharp viewers.
Oh yeah. So with that said, guys, thank you so much. We love you. God bless you. We'll see you in the next one. Take care.